What's going to get us first? Is it going to be climate change or robots? Like, are we going to have Skynet or are we going to have children of men? What's going to be the first thing that actually is the problem for us as a society? What's going to get us first? Is it going to be climate change or robots? Like, are we going to have Skynet or are we going to have children of men? What's going to be the first thing that actually is the problem for us as a society? And it's going to be climate change potentially first, because climate change is already at that tipping point of crisis, whereas Skynet is potentially not going to like say it's not a thing. Like, there is a lot of stuff happening here. Like, I was using Claude AI, which is a new thing from Anthropic a couple of days ago. It's phenomenal what it can do. Like, Chat GPT, don't care. Claude all the way. But it's not yet at the point where it's scaring me in terms of existential threat. It could, but it isn't. Whereas things that do scare me in terms of existential threat is highest like 7 consecutive days on record. Average temperature increase, biodiversity loss, right? That's actually the sort of the burning problem right now, like quite literally. And that's the other ethics thing that we have with this, which is these large language models, they cost a vast amount of carbon to train, like criminally large amounts. These companies like Facebook and Google, they have a higher carbon intensity than a lot of countries. And that's just from the data centers, that's just from the GPUs, that's just from running their business as usual. But that Chat GPT model, that is a paid cost now. That's trained. We won't really have to train it again necessarily. I know they keep retraining it. That's debatable, the value in that. But the idea is that that training is going to happen anyway. Can we get to a payback point in carbon where we use the outcome of that model for more carbon savings than will cost training it, is an interesting question for me. And I haven't yet seen a decent dissection of how viable that is. I might make one myself.
It is a really interesting point. Does the AI future cause a worse climate change impact? Or does it speed it up because we're trying to build these AI models to make it better, and then we actually make it worse? I've not really heard that argument really. It's a really good point. I think I don't really think Skynet is going to be a thing. I think it will be more. I don't think we'll have like Terminators walking around. I think what will happen if there was an evil AI, I think it'd be more attacking infrastructure, that we would not survive that. I think that's what would happen. I don't believe Arnold Schwarzenegger's just going to turn up and start killing everybody. That won't happen. I think it's going to be more they'll attack the infrastructure and we'll have to create another super AI to attack that AI, and then we're in another problem because we've got two AIs killing each other, and we're just another simple thing where I remember is it Mo Gordat that was on a podcast recently, and he says the biggest threat is that if the AI realizes that oxygen causes rust, so it will just get rid of oxygen out of our ozone layer. So that way it would kill us because we're just a byproduct to save itself.
Yeah.
But that's if we teach it that ethic. So yeah, it's really good. I'll send you a link to the podcast. It was actually really, really good.
That is really interesting. I don't know who that person was. Who was?
He's the chief. He was a chief officer at Google, and was part of OpenAI, and so he's part of one of the people he mentioned about signing the letter with Elon Musk and co. So he's I believe it's Mo Gordat.
I love Elon's pivot, by the way. We need to slow down AI. Oh, actually, no, I'm starting a new AI company. Fantastic. Like, it's just like confused penguin. Just like, no.
I speak to a few people that are interested in this sort of subject, and we called it straight away. He is asking people to slow down so he can build his own. There is no reason why he's asking other people to slow down. It is a monetary gain. The guy is a serial entrepreneur, and I don't think ethics are up there, really, when you're at that sort of level and that many billions. If you had ethics, you probably wouldn't have a couple of $100 billion in the bank. I mean, and you wouldn't buy Twitter as a vanity project. You know, those sorts of things. I'm kind of slating Elon Musk here. I probably should roll that back in, but it's true, right? You wouldn't do
You're
these
not going to be able
things
to
if you were.
publish this on Twitter. They're going to bury
Yeah.
this. They're going to like
I'm going
shadow
on
ban you
Trump.
now.
I'm gonna go on Trump Social or whatever it's called, Trump Truth or something.
Oh
Go
yeah.
on.
Oh yeah. We got so far. How long did we get? 39 minutes until
Yeah,
either of
yeah,
those things came up. We did so well.
we did, and I think I'm not going to talk about them anymore. Let's just cut those two out. Let's get rid of those guys. So there you have it. That is just a small clip of what we do on the Data Strategist podcast. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And if you want to watch the full video, it is just over there. Thanks very much, everybody, and I hope to see you again soon.